Taro here, bringing you some micro tips and tricks to take your game to the next level. A simple one to start off with here, the best way to take cover. So here we are taking cover behind a wall. This may seem simple, just taking cover in general. The tempting thing to do is just to right click. As you can see, the amount of cover comes up. Oh, I've got 4 spots of green cover there, easy peasy, job done. Problem is, if you're on the panic of a battle, very easily you can just right click on a wall and then you'll end up vaulting over it, and that can be disastrous. Say if there's an opponent squad on that side of the wall, you're like, oh, I just panic clicking, oh no, hit the wall, and then you're on the wrong side of the cover. You could easily get shredded from there. So that's why you see most people on Twitch, for example, most of the pros, every time they take cover, they just drag in like that. Always, it's a very easy way to just take cover, and you run no risk of accidentally vaulting a wall. Next up, and very important for beginner players, the best way to exit garrisons. So this is what happens when you just hit Q, standard key, click on the building, hit Q. This is what most people start off doing, because that's what the hotkeys suggest. Or Q in this case is because I'm using grid keys rather than classic hotkeys. I believe classic hotkeys will be D. Anyway, hit Q, squad will pack up and jump out. And because there's nothing around here, no harm, no foul, you can just move your squad around, no issues. And you'll always get out the default door. It doesn't matter if you come in this door, you won't get out this door. This is the default door for this particular building, so every time you'll jump out this door. So here's the issue with getting out that default way. Now there's an enemy in your retreat path, and this is most important for MGs. So, or maybe you want to get out this door, but obviously you're always going to get out the default door. But more importantly for MGs, if you use the default key, you'll just jump out building and then instantly set up as you get out the door, because there's an enemy in your retreat path. And this can easily cost you your MG right here. You could just lose it here on retreat. So that is not what we want at all. So instead, this is the best way to get your squads out of the building. Click on the building, hit tab, and this will go through the building in order. So if you've got more than one squad in here, you can hit tab again and you'll go to the next squad and then the next squad and so on. And then right click in the direction that you get out. So your squad will instantly move to that exact spot that you right click. So this is really important, because if you right click, say a fair distance away, that'll give your squad a decent travel time, and that allows you plenty of time to then retreat, instead of just instantly setting up as soon as they get out the door because there's an enemy in their retreat path. I left these fog of war tricks at the end of the video because there's a good chance that they will be patched and then removed from the game. Here's some pioneers wanting to get into a garrison. Notice the first 2 times it flashes red, which means the building is occupied, and then the 3rd time it flashes white, which means the building has been evacuated. So this is a good way of checking whether a building is occupied through the fog of war. Even simpler than the last tip, if you want to check if an MG is in the building, just click on it, or even show you the arc in which it's facing. So if you want to sneak out from the other side, maybe with some grenades, or if you just want to barrage it, quick and easy way without having to run a squad into it and risk getting suppressed and damaged. Another quick tip here, spotting through the fog of war your opponent's spawn. So this is really useful in 2v2s. Back in the day, you did used to be able to spot through the fog of war, see what your opponents had built. You would see the splats, which is kind of like the remnants of the building, so you could see if, have they gone tier 1 or tier 2, what do I need to build to counter them. They removed that feature from the game in a recent patch. However, you can still see your opponent's base splat through the fog of war, and here we can see quite clearly the US forces base splat and the UK forces base splat. So this is really useful in team games, especially in 2v2s. Oh, now you have this info. Your opponent's probably, your forces player is probably going to go this way. UK forces player is probably going to go this way, and then you can prepare your strategies accordingly. Maybe you need to make an MG, maybe no MG, so on and so forth. So you know what to expect, and gain that extra little leg up